That is great, that bottom of it. Trash.
We hope that our collection, is of interest for everybody. Like everybody will find something that they will connect with or something that they will like.
The collection, in my mind, has been kind of a timestamp of the experiences that we've had, and especially the experiences in the art world. And knowing different artists and knowing what we feel needs to be said today, the voices that need to be said, and we've chosen people because of that. Everyone, I think, in the world searches for relevance. For this collection, we feel that we have given it our all to make it relevant. And in the current world, I think We Belong Here is about as relevant now as you could possibly get. What we really want this art to tell is that we're all together. We're humans here on this earth for this time, and we share this space. And through this art and this art collection, we have tried very hard and have been very mindful about including voices that tell that story, about the collective experience, what we have gone through as a people.
We really were looking for the people that have something to say. As an artist, they need to make, there is a necessity. It's your way of protesting, expressing, communicating how angry you feel, or how happy you are, or how things make sense in your head.
It's been a difficult time, the last 5 years, with the pandemic and all of these things. I think the voices of the artists speak out about issues, about inclusivity, relevance, struggle, hardship.
I think that is the common thing. There is, from our artists, is something that grabs our attention.
Even if you know nothing about art, I hope that people can come in, see this show, and take away something that possibly connects them in some way to their past. We started with North Carolina artists. We started with a lot of the ceramicists from Seagrove. As the collection kind of grew, we became more mindful. There was a lady who told me that we should be more specific and we should be more mindful. And together we were like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. And so we started looking more outside the region, and we started looking more nationally and internationally for artists.
Right before that, The Guardian did a piece about Kahinda Wiley. The Guardian. I think I saw something on TV about Kahinda. One day I Googled Kahinda Wiley and for sale, and then something popped up, and I sent an email. They emailed me back. They said I was available, and it was in New Haven, Connecticut. The process was very easy. We talk online, we're interested, then we're gonna go, we wanna see it, we like it, we buy it. Then we come home and I say, what we're gonna do with this piece? It's so large, right? And then we're just trying to place it in somewhere. We wanted to lend it to somebody, to a museum or organization.
And we had immediate wonderful feedback from that. We talked to a few museums and ended up the North Carolina Museum was readily wanting this piece. They had another piece by Kahinda Wiley. And so that's where the piece has lived since that time.
Well, there are a lot of words that say something to me. There is a piece that is going to be in the show that is called 50 pounds. 50 pounds is the, I would say, legal amount that an airline will let you carry. And it's the story of his grandmother leaving Haiti with 50 pounds of luggage. When I saw it, it really says something to me. How do you put your whole life in that luggage? What do you carry?
And can you imagine as we are as Americans with all the things we have, how could we condense everything into 50 pounds? And this is an artist, a relatively new artist, who's telling the story of his heritage, of his grandmother. And this show was all about that, all about the people who had 50 pounds to take with them to another place.
You know, art like that is what moves us, you know, make me excited when I talk about that piece, or when we talk about Maya Cruz Palileo that is right here behind. And I believe that this is they trying to find who they are, trying to find identity, where I really belong, how I fit here.
It's about finding belonging, finding a purpose, finding a sense of home. And I think that's what's so important about this exhibit, is the title exhibit is from a neon piece from Tavares Strachan. We belong here. And so I feel that the need for belonging, you know, is kind of answered when you put these together and show these pieces together.
And also to understand that belonging doesn't mean fitting.
That's right.
They are two completely different things.
Yes. The experience is so richer, having met the artists and being able to talk with them about a piece that they have completed.
When I meet an artist, first of all, is to know about why they do what they do, or how they do it, or what materials they use. Those are the first questions. After that, what you are working on right now. When you show interest for what they do, the conversations get better.
And one of my favorite pieces to that end is by Carmen Neely. And she's a North Carolina artist who lived here for most of her life. We developed a relationship with her and got to know her and her process, and we didn't know much about abstract expressionist pieces. It's an abstraction of her thoughts and feelings, and I think the work is just wonderful. And I thought that was a piece that I felt that we needed for this collection, because it's through a different lens than some of the other works.
That piece was made thinking of us. That piece was made for us. And there is a story behind that connects us to air. Another artist is Ayana B. Jackson, my dear friend. I saw a photograph. It's called The Judgment of Paris. There is 3 women in the photograph. Now we are very, very good friends. We travel together for art. We talk all the time. It's a great experience for me having her as a friend. I would say that collecting for me had helped me to understand the world around me better. We all want mostly same thing in life. We want to be safe. There are ones that we want to have a family. But at the end of the day, we have the same needs. We want to have a home. We want to belong somewhere. We want to have friends. We want to better our lives.
I hope that is transmuted through the show, that we're more similar than we are different.
Absolutely. Because it's happening now. It's just like a bouquet of voices, different voices. How people are coping, dealing, protesting, sharing, the emotions. I think that is what is important about contemporary art.
That's what makes it so relevant.
It's relevant, yeah.
It's relevant. It is the most relevant. Through time, through the history of time, the old Egyptian pieces were once contemporary art. And it told the story, perhaps, of their time. Move toward to today, and we have a similar ability to tell our story through art. I'm hopeful that the young people who come see this can relate to it and say, okay, this makes a lot of sense. This is about unity and not about division. This is an inclusive exhibit, and I think it's something that everyone should see and have the opportunity to make their own decision and have their own, project onto these pieces their own thoughts and feelings.
Also, a lot of these pieces, they have different layers. So maybe today you see something that you are not ready for, but maybe you come back next week or next month and you are ready to tackle this. If that can help you to change the way of thinking, I think that is it is a win. There is a lot of works with a lot of layers, and you can go as deep as you want.
People can project all sorts of things onto a painting. The painting doesn't really talk, you see it. That's why the abstract art is so important. But I hope people are able to come and see it and take away something from the exhibit that changes their perspective. I know our perspective has been changed through this whole process.
And also our goal always is been to create something that's going to be diverse, not only in artists, but also in materials, techniques. The goal is that whoever visited fall in love with something. There is something for everybody out there.
We've, from the very beginning, have always wanted to share the work, and I think this is a perfect opportunity and a perfect time to share this work. I don't think an exhibit could be more relevant than right now, for various reasons. But we're very grateful to be able to share it. Museums are a wonderful way to do that. The system is set up such that there's a museum in town. This is a wonderful museum here, the Camera Museum in Wilmington, and we're so grateful to be able to share it with the folks of Wilmington and the Southeast. And I think it will provide a nice venue for people to come and take advantage of what they have in their hometown.
Having this collection, I have to be very honest, it's a privilege. It is a privilege to collect art.
And it's a privilege to share it.
It's why we like to share it, because also we are custodians of the art. We have a responsibility with the artists, that trust us, and galleries also that trust us with those works of art. What a better way that in a museum exhibition.
We don't feel we completely, totally own. It's for everyone to see, and we would love to share it. And that's kind of what this is about for us, is to share.